Hi there. The previous two lessons were very theoretical. I think it's necessary for you to have a good idea about increasing your income. But in this one, I want to get really, really practical. So Pietro and I brainstormed and we put down some things that we think, some ideas or some ways which you can use to generate income. And most of them we have used in some way, or we personally know people well who have used them. And it's not rocket science, but maybe you not thinking of it, or maybe you haven't thought about, you're not thinking about it in this moment because you're under pressure and you can't think because there's just so much pressure on you. So the first very obvious one is to get a job and get paid a salary. You can increase your income. You can get a different job with a higher paying salary. You can get a promotion and get an increase. And there are lots of really good strategies to increase your income through your job. We will actually do a video on this topic at a later stage, or we want to, if you feel that there is need for that. But we're not going to focus on that right now because most companies in the current economic environment with the coronavirus and everyone being afraid of the economic implications, most companies are not hiring. They're not necessarily giving promotions or not good ones. You might be in an industry or at a company that's an exception because some companies are really flourishing. So it's not, there are exceptions, but for the majority of people, this won't be the best strategy to pursue right now. So another way is to start a business, or if you have a business, to grow it. Business is actually, it's a fairly complex topic, and we are also going to share some more resources around that. But when people hear business, they think, oh, I need to be the next Microsoft, or I need to be the next Amazon, or I need to be the next Checkers or Woolworths store, or whatever it is. Those are all examples that are South African. Apologies, well, not the last two. Apologies if you're not South African. So they think very big and they get overwhelmed. So the next few ideas are actually kind of business ideas, but people don't think of it as business ideas. And I think it's much easier to start there. So the one is to be a freelancer. I'm a freelancer. If you're a freelancer, you sell your skills for money, either in the form of the end product, so there's a fixed price for the service you deliver, or an hourly rate, or some other rate. So I'm a language editor, and I also do writing, so I often charge per word. I sometimes also charge, say, per article or per book. I'm busy writing a book for someone and I charge a rate for the entire book. So that is something that you can do very easily from home, which is a big consideration now. So it's basically taking the skills that you have, producing something of value in the form of a service, and delivering that to someone. Now, there are a lot of sites where freelancers go to find work, and you can certainly try them. Freelancer, Upwork, Fiverr, there are a lot of those out there. My personal experience, and some other people have the same experience, is that a lot of people go there to find work. So it is actually getting fairly difficult for freelancers to get work on those sites. You have to charge really, really low prices to get in, or you need to be very experienced and be able to show that, which most of us are not when we're starting out. So the easiest way that I have found, and a lot of people who teach this also agree with me, is that you actually start by thinking of people that you actually know. So if I am good with words and languages, who do I know who might have need of that service? And that is where I started 7-8 years ago. I had just finished my university training, and I reached out to some people at universities and said, can I help edit your research documents, the articles that they write and the dissertations that they write. And I'd written a dissertation myself, and so that's how I found my first clients, and they were happy and they told other people about it. Another way that I've used is, if the people who need your service, you don't actually know any of them, is to do some form of like cold calling or cold emailing, which is you contact someone that you don't know at all. Now, this is what the people also do when they stand on the corner of the road and they give out little like papers and they say, I can clean your house, or I can mow your lawn, or I can paint your wall. Is they don't know you. They're just standing there and saying, I can do this. Do you want to hire me? It's really good if you can have some form of like reference or of why you are good at this, or either people that you've helped, or like me, I have finished my own dissertation and I study languages, so that gives people more confidence to use my service. And you can literally use, in the old days I used the Yellow Pages book, the thick one, but I don't know if it even exists anymore. But the internet, I went to all the university websites in South Africa. I got lists and lists and lists of professors and doctors and all those people's email addresses, and I just sent them an email. I said, hi, I'm Alzette, and here's the link to my LinkedIn profile, and I've been doing this for 7 years, and if your students have any needs, contact me. And I did that sometime in last year, and I've probably gotten about 50,000 rands worth of work just from those cold emails. Actually, probably more, because those people are now telling other people about me, and so forth and so on. So, freelancing, think about the skills that you have and how you can sell a service. Another way is a side hustle. So, something that you do on the side, you maybe still have a main job, or you're a full-time mom, or whatever it may be, and you do something on the side to generate a bit of extra cash. Really good idea right now. It's not something that you maybe one day you'll build it into a permanent business, but for now it's just a little side hustle. You can shut it down anytime. You don't have any employees, you don't have any like huge commitments. And here are some ideas of things that people do that we know. One is baking cakes. And these are all ideas that you can do during lockdown. So I know someone who bakes cakes. Every now and again, she's really good at it. She makes kids' birthday cakes. She makes other lovely cakes. And so every now and again, someone asks her to bake cakes. Within the first 2 weeks of lockdown, she had something like 10 requests for cakes. That's almost a cake a day. And it was great because her husband had a pay cut. And now she can supplement the income by baking cakes. Maybe not something that she wants to do for the rest of her life. Maybe she can turn it into a business. But for now, she's baking cakes, delivering it on people's doorsteps, and they don't need to touch. And it's all like proper corona-friendly, virus, no masks, everything. But it's something you can do. And another thing is to offer repairs. Maybe you can. People can't always buy the things that they need at the moment. Maybe you can repair computers. Maybe you can repair cars. Maybe you can repair, mechanical things. It's not something that we often just chuck out the old thing and buy a new one, but it's something that people might be willing to pay for. Of course, it's not something you can do on site at the moment. Only certain people are allowed to go, to people's homes or to a business. You need to have the right certifications. But again, if they can leave the object outside of their door, you go pick it up and take it to your home, or you agree to be at Pick n Pay at the same time, and you do the exchange without touching anyone. That's something you can do. And services again. So my Pietri is in IT. He's not. He doesn't do like repairs or desktop support. He does data work. He works with a lot of information and development and blah, blah, blah. But he knows a lot about computers. And when my dad's computer was broken, he usually would have taken it to the IT guys, but now he can't. And so Pietri helped him to resolve the issue. He could have done that over the phone. We happened to be with my parents at this time, but he could have done that over the phone. And he has done it for people over the phone. And there are people out there who will pay you to do that. So that's another idea. Another idea is to be an affiliate. So that is basically that you tell people about a product and you get a portion of the income from that product for telling people about it. So Amazon has something you can sign up, and if you tell people about the products or the books or the whatever it is, you get a portion of it. There's lots of affiliate programs. So that is also something. It's not always huge money, though some people make a permanent living from this. But to make a permanent living of it, you need to know a lot about marketing. You can't just tell the people you know about it necessarily. But also, if you can bring in a few extra rand or dollars, whatever it may be, through that, you can pursue it. Preferable that you have a product that you already use or that you believe in, or do not go looking for something now and just start selling 10,000 different products to everyone that you know, because then people will probably be a bit irritated with you. But you can try it. And then the last one is second-hand sales. So this is not about starting a second-hand shop. It is, what do you have at home that you don't use or you want to throw away anyway, but you haven't gotten around to, and it still works. So, if you really have a need, you can sell some things that you actually wanted to keep, but you don't really need right now. But another example, so our son Benji is 2, and he decided during lockdown that he's now ready to start potty training. And I don't have any of the potty training gear. I don't have potties, I don't have those seats on the toilet, I don't have underwear. So I needed to find those things because none of the shops here sold any of those things. And so I contacted some people and I said, I'm looking for this and this and this, and I'd be willing to pay someone for their secondhand potties and seats and underwear even. I would have washed it properly, but I was willing to pay for it. I ended up getting something that someone wants back at the end of it, so she's just borrowing it to me. But well, I'm borrowing it from her. She's lending it to me. I always forget which one is which. But anyway, point being, I would have paid for it. So go look in your garage, go look in your cupboards. There might be a lot of things which you could sell to generate some income to help you right now, or to fund something which can generate income for you at a later stage. Those are the ideas that we had. If you have any other ideas, definitely post them in the comments underneath this video, because other people might benefit from it. And yep, those are our ideas at the moment. We will expand on this topic of increasing your income more during the week, but for now, we hope that you get a lot of value from that. Bye.